Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Shadow Sam Tarot, here for all of your daily tarot and oracle needs. Don't forget to pop a hello in the chat box for your free reading. In the meantime, it is good to see you all again, my darlings. I have really missed you all, and I do hope that you're taking care of yourself. Now, here in the UK, it is 1:20 on a Saturday afternoon, a miserably cold and damp Saturday. Such a shame, really, because this country is so beautiful and so green that if you take the risk of going outside, you're going to end up soggy. Never mind. So yeah, I wanted to pop on this afternoon, maybe do some readings for you guys and get to know some more people. After all, it's been quite a while. I think yesterday I did a live stream and the day before, but then before that it was a couple of weeks. So, I really need to catch up with what I started. I do hope that you all like the music that I provided today. Once again, this is from YouTube and it comes from a content creator called Spacewave. Absolutely fantastic. All props go to them. Not only do I save all their music and listen to all their music, but I try and put as many people onto it as I can, because their music is so good for tarot reading, for channeling, for literally just a little bit of meditation, a little bit of self-care. This music is absolutely beautiful, and I know it can get annoying when I keep talking on top of it all the time, so my apologies and all that. But yeah, it's good to see you all again. There's been some very weird and wacky stuff going off in the world just recently. UFOs have landed or been caught at Manchester Airport in the UK. We've had massive UAP phenomenon reported within the last few weeks, ever since disclosure came. I mean, we knew the disclosure was coming, but we didn't realise how quick it was going to be and how blasé it's been taken by the entirety of the human race. But yeah, here we are. Aliens in the water. They've been here longer than us. Apparently this is a prison planet, and we're the prisoners. So that's mind-blowing. I will admit that's quite mind-blowing. Although personally, I have my own views. The Sumerian kings, the Sumerian gods, I believe they weren't the first peoples to come to Earth. I believe the ones that are in the water were the first ones to come to Earth. I believe that it was at a later time that the Anunnaki, the Sumerian gods, came to Earth. I believe that the human race has been genetically modified repeatedly. Not just by the Anunnaki, but I believe that we were originally modified by the first others. I'll call them others because we don't have a name for them yet. I would prefer to use their actual name, but seeing as we haven't been told it, it's kind of difficult, So I will call them the others out of respect, because I don't feel that the so-called aliens in the water are actually aliens. I feel like we're the aliens, or the children of the aliens, should I say, and that the original human race is and always has been the Yeti / Sasquatch / mountain men / mountain monkeys, whatever you want to call them. They are the ancient ones, the originals. And we have been modified repeatedly, our genetics, over millions of years to create humanity that we have now. And believe me, we are nothing special. We have lost the ability to see in UV light. We have lost our hearing our hearing is now at less than 25% of what we originally had. Our extrasensory perception, our ESP, that was modified early on to create a more docile and controllable population. Hi Nor, how you doing, darling? Hello, sweetheart. I'm just having a bit of a rant at the moment. How have you been, my lovely? Would you like a tarot reading today, sweetheart? And if so, would you like a specific question or just a general read? You let me know. In the meantime, I will try and get this PC to actually, do as it's flipping told. There we go. And there we go. Nor, you are on YouTube. Hello, beautiful. Can I throw some cards for you, Nor? Tell you what, I'll just do a general read for now. But if you do have a specific question, just add it into the comments for me and I will read it. Oh, you've gone. That's a shame. Oh, well. I'll do another reading soon. So where was I? Oh, yes. Anunnaki. Modifying of humans. Disintegration of the human race. Oh, yes. Now have you heard the latest controversy that's in the UK? That Bill Gates has been pumping our cows through of synthetic drugs and hormones. Specifically, the milk that is sold to the Arla, A-R-L-A, brand of milk in the UK. This brand of milk has now been scientifically proven to be causing small bowels in men, low testosterone, low sperm count, infertility in women, stomach cancers, bone cancers. The list is becoming endless. So if you do live in the UK, may I suggest that you do not use any Arla brand milk. That's A-R-L-A. I don't want anybody else to get hurt by this. So yeah, don't forget, if you are here with me today, to pop a hello in the chat box and I will throw some cards for you, either a general read or a specific read. It's entirely up to you, my lovelies. If you just let me know in the chat box. Also, has anybody heard about what's happening in North Carolina in America? The rivers in North Carolina where the hurricane hit, the rivers are running backwards. I'm not joking. The river's flow has changed direction. It's running backwards. And on top of the water, there's like a triangular geometrical pattern. A resonant geometrical pattern. It's absolutely wild what's happening over there. And the American government are hiding it from the American people. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Maybe I should throw some... Do you know what? I'll throw some cards on that, actually. While we're here, make a bit of space, get rid of that mouse. Let's throw some cards on North Carolina. On the North Carolina rivers. Yeah, let's throw some cards. Okay. North Carolina... don't bother doing that. North Carolina rivers. North Carolina rivers. What do we need to know about the North Carolina rivers? What? Four of Cups in reverse. What do we need to know about... oh, it's betrayal. Somebody sees the opportunity for the betrayal. I think there may be, because the rivers are literally, the water and the mud in the rivers and the mud is literally melting people's boots. I think the government's in on this one. There we go. So, Page of Pentacles upright. The government felt this was a investment for the lithium mines. What's going on with the North Carolina rivers? What is going on with the North Carolina rivers? Jesus Christ. North Carolina rivers. What's going on with the North Carolina rivers? Oh, justice upright. That's bad. This is bad. This is really, 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 really bad. Right, seizing the opportunity, the betrayal to gain the investment. They were passionate about it. Oh, legal disputes were involved. I want to see more on this justice card. Justice, specify justice. Excuse the puppy dog. No. Start again. Specify justice. Ace of Swords in reverse. Lack of intellectuality. Oh, lack of growth. Give me one more. Justice. Specify justice. There it is. To gain as much support as possible. Right, so the way that I am reading this now regarding the North Carolina rivers is quite literally the seizing of the opportunity to betray everyone, to get the investment. They were hasty about it and passionate. They took the opportunity, they seized the opportunity. This justice card, it's like the government feels like this is justice. You know, they're getting what they want. They wanted the lithium, they wanted the minerals, they wanted the ground, and in order to get it, they were using, my God, they had a lack of ideas of how to do it. Hurricane Helene was an excuse. The Empress in reverse, the destruction of the land and the people within it, and that the people needing the generosity and charity of others. These are linked. These are the people. And this was odd. Do you know what I feel? I feel like at least one or two of the mines in the area were deliberately collapsed or were deliberately sabotaged in order to provide, in order to provide the government with an excuse to seize the opportunity. This is quite bad, actually, to be honest with you. Sorry about that, the husband just walked in. He needed to hand me some money because, you know, I'm not cheap. But yeah, I actually feel like there was some sort of sabotage going on. How else do I word this? Hurricane Helene did all the damage, okay? That was what it was. But the government has taken the opportunity to steal the funding that's supposed to be sending out, but they're not sending it out. They're using it for themselves. I want to know if Trump's going to do anything, because yes, he's just come into power. You need to give him a chance to get his backside back in the door. And you know how difficult it is. He said himself, you're having to appoint up to 10,000 positions within that first 6 months of being a president. Yeah? And that's not an easy job to do. It's not an easy job to do. So, I want to see what's Trump going to do about this. As a British person looking at the American country, the joke that is the American country that is falling apart by its own hands, killing their own children, raping their own women, destroying their own lands. I personally believe that Trump's the best thing that ever happened to you. And hopefully you'll actually take on board the things that he's trying to teach you and move it forward with your country. So, what's Trump going to do about the Appalachian disasters? What will Trump do about the Appalachian disasters? What will Trump do about the Appalachian disasters? And it's Appalachia, not Appalachia. It's Appalachia. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but there's been some backstabbing defeats in the bitching in the... Yeah. He wants to work with unity and love. What's he going to do about the Appalachians? What will Trump do about the Appalachian disaster? I'll take a 5-card reading on that. Right, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a respite. It's a letting go of stress. So he's been extremely stressed about the whole situation, but he's trying to find a light at the end of the tunnel. He's currently emotionally dealing with the backstabbing, the betrayals, the enemies, and the bitterness. He's also being cursed at because of the previous administration's fuck-ups. And I will say that. Democrats are fuck-ups. Anyway. He's gone into this job with love. He has love for the people. This is him and his people. He doesn't count himself above his people, and he doesn't count his people above him. And this is literally an equality of connection between him and the people and him. Now, he sees the poor organisation. He also sees that there's a lack of finances. The money's been stolen and sent off to other countries to cover other things and just to pay the politicians. So he's dealing with that. He's got a very difficult juggling act to take on, because he's going to have to fight tooth and nail to put this right, okay? And I do believe that he is working his ass off in the background. He is trying to find a compromise. So the 5 of Swords in reverse, which is about compromise, moving on, finding an end to the conflict. So what I see here is that Trump is working extremely hard right now to get as much help as he can up to those people and around those people. But because the emotions of the Democrat Party being so deep and so intertwined with the legacy media in the USA, they are literally just backstabbing him, cursing him, and calling him out. Yeah? When in actuality, he's giving everything that he's got. He's gone into this term knowing this could be his last term, that he may not physically, emotionally, or mentally be able to go past this again. This is, once again, a very bright, very clear, and I'll be honest with you, being a UK resident, I don't have an opinion on your politics in the US, one way or another. But what I do feel is that you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. Okay, not the general people. The general people of America are beautiful. They are cultural. They are funny and happy and and they make the world go round. They have such love and light inside of them. And then when you look above the people, you see the politicians and you think your whole country is judged by your politicians. What a joke. Yeah, what a joke. So I want to see, is there a spirit message for Trump? Spirit message for Trump. Spirit message for Donald J. Trump. Spirit message for Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. I'm trying to imagine Orange Man. Spirit message for Orange Man. The honeymoon phase is over. The cycles are bound to continue. Donald J. Trump. Spirit message to Donald. Spirit message to Donald J. Trump. Okay. Spirit message to Donald J. Trump. I heard a car outside. So, the honeymoon phase is over. Okay. Ignore the whole attending somebody's wedding, blah, blah, blah. But the honeymoon phase is over. This is his second time in term. You know what you're doing this time. You're not so starstruck, spangly-eyed. So get your booty in gear. You know that they have cycles in the offices that you need to be able to work with and against all of these different administrations that you have under you. You know that they are karmically cycling and that you are having to break those cycles. Yes, it's time to break those cycles. Open up your heart. It will attract more love. I have no idea what this means for Mr. Trump. I don't know. Because from what I've heard, from what I've seen, from all the research that I've done, he's always been absolutely fantastic. Very open, very welcoming, very much an entertainer in some ways, you know. So I'm not sure what this is about. But this could be, and I will say this again, and I will say this clear, this could be the spirit message from the universe telling him that the people are ready to open their hearts. That's how I feel that. Because the words are, it will help you attract more love. And I feel that this is more of a message that things are changing. The world's perception of you is changing. Their hearts are changing. Okay, we know that obviously a confession, someone has something to tell you. We all know that there's stuff going off back there that we can't talk about, but you can. So I will leave that with you. Okay, and then we have the usual changing of residence, which we know. Although he did state that in his first term, he never actually stayed overnight. He would go to the office in the morning and he would come home late at night, back to Trump Towers. So maybe with this term, he may feel the need to move into the White House. I can see that my screen is being flooded with light. Give me a second. Now, I don't know if moving into the White House is going to make any difference. But I do see a change of residence. So maybe this time round, he will decide to spend at least some of his time within the White House. You know, overnight, that means. So, yeah. I think, considering how quiet it is at this time of day, I think I'll leave this live here, okay? And I shall pop back again this evening for a quick live. So that'll be UK, 6 p.m. UK time, so Eastern, you know, UK time. Okay? All right, my darling. So I'm going to leave it there. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. It is flipping Christmas. Get over it. It's not happy holidays. It's Christmas. You don't like the fact that it's Christmas? Then don't celebrate it. Because nobody really cares what you think. Oh, I don't like to say Merry Christmas. Honey, I don't like the look of your face. But we all have to put up with it, don't we? Haha. So there we go. Merry Christmas to all. May you all enjoy the rest of your wonderful Saturday. And I shall see you all soon. Take care, my lovelies.